Yo, yo, yo! I'm Grumpy Granny, the eBay queen, flipping treasures and now the rap scene, sourcing deals, packing right in the reselling game. I'm shining bright. Be on the lookout, that's the key. Grumpy Granny's on a flipping spree. From YouTube to eBay, I'm in control. Finding those deals, bolo, bolo! From thrifting addiction, I built my name. Waiting for donuts, it's a numbers game. But I stay humble, it's all about the grind. Persistence and passion are intertwined. Be on the lookout, that's the key. Grumpy Gran is on a flippin' spree. From YouTube to eBay, I'm in control. Finding those deals, bolo! 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 Quick, grab those 501 Levi's! Well, hello, boys and girls. How are we all tonight? It's great to be here on a Friday night. Oh, boy, do we ever need some relaxation and some drinks this week. I have to say, this has been the week of the most ridiculous messages, questions, etc., from prospective customers that I have ever experienced. And I'm going to tell you about the best one. I am, after I've said hello to the few people that are in here already. And Lisa is here. She says, oh, there's our lovely Gigi, fun time knowledge, and dear perky girl for the night. Exactly. Yes, I am. Always got to try and be a little bit perky. As long as I'm not pukey, I suppose. She says, hope is all is going well down under for every reseller. Co-worker mate, yes. Yep. Some of us are suffering a little bit from little bit of a heat wave right now. It's not too bad here right this very second because it's 9:30 at night. I've finally been able to turn the air conditioner off. But it has been well into the 30s today, which, like, I know for you that doesn't sound hot, but it is. Hello, Anthony. How's everything going? Are you doing as you're told, I hope? As you should. And Lisa's saying, howdy, Gigi, and probably Octo. I don't know. Octo might be a bit tired tonight because he went off to the Canberra Book Fair today, and I think he was a bit overwhelmed by the size of it. Sandra Blondie, hello. Yes, all is well. No good complaining anyway, because there's no one else here to listen to my complaints. Nobody else cares. Lisa, not just us. No. Indeed. I made a red velvet cake. Oh, we got a different picture today. Bonsoir, Granny. Bonsoir. Mes amis. How's that? Pretty good. I did learn to speak French when I was at school. Idiots have been abounding. They have this week, haven't they? I don't know what it is, and a few other people I've spoken to, have said the same thing. Like it's just like it's wow. It's a bit scary actually. Hello, Peachy. How are you? Light's not on at the nursing home tonight. Generator not working. Well, no. I mean, the light is on my beautiful face. That's all you need to see, isn't it? You know, I've got to have the complexion looking as good as possible. And have the lighting, doesn't care about what the rest of the lighting looks like. It's just a matter of, having this looking as good as possible. Oh, I say. Jen, how are you? Hi, Granny, is Octo with you tonight? Not at the moment, no. He is not. He's been at the Canberra Book Fair, so he's a little tired, I believe. Recommerce Dave, how are you? Good to see you. Hi, Gigi. Hope all is well and everyone is having a great week. Yes. Sales seem to have picked up for me this week. I do have to say they have picked up, but also have the ridiculous comments from buyers and the ridiculous questions from buyers. And if I get one more question saying, can I please have the measurements, please, when they're already there in A, in the listing, and in B, in the photos, I think I'll go off my rocker. Oh, Anthony's a bit disgruntled with the Bunnings staff this morning. Oh, that's no good. I hope that wasn't the Bunnings staff. I hope it wasn't John. No, he's on long service, so it can't be John. Because John Roberts, our little buddy, works at Bunnings. Kathan, how are you? Hi, Leanne in the chat. Jen, what made you get into denim? Would you consider other niches? Yeah. I mean, I have considered other niches. I am working on other niches. Denim, couple of things. One is that I can source it readily, easily. There's lots of it around wherever you go. And denim is really forgiving because let's just talk. A pair of Levi 501s, okay? Bolo, yeah. You've got a pair of Levi 501s. This is not the case necessarily with all jeans, but with decent jeans, regardless of, I'm going to say, probably whether they're Wrangler or Lee or Levi's or whatever they are. Yeah, pretty much most brands, especially if they're not stretch, makes a difference. Oh, it can be done with stretch. I've done it with stretch. If there's actually a flaw in it, it doesn't matter because then it's distressed. Fading is the key to get that beautiful washout fade that you can only get from someone wearing those jeans. And manufacturers have tried to replicate that over the years, but it doesn't. When they try to replicate it in manufacturing, you can tell the difference straight away between a fade that's come, down the front thighs and on the ass from someone that has worn those jeans day after day and it's gone through the washing machine and they've worn them and washed them and worn them and washed them, just like the fade is there. So that's a couple of things. Then also, if you are, so for example, if you're photographing a pair of 501 Levi's with the button fly and you look at it and the damage is so bad, you think, oh, these aren't going to be sellable. Well, just cut them off and you've got a pair of Daisy Dukes Levi 501s, which are definitely going to sell. So, depending on the size, of course. Just saying. So, denim's very forgiving, I think. And even if there are, it's almost a positive to have a flaw in the fabric or whatever. And if there are spots you can't get out, you can distress that area in the denim. And so therefore you get rid of the stain or the spot and actually improve the jeans because you've distressed it. And it does take a little bit of time, but like once you learn how to do it, you can do it quite quickly. So there you go. How about that? And as for other niches, yeah, I am working on a couple of other niches in the background that I haven't started selling in yet. I'm collecting. I'm collecting in a couple of niches because I don't want to start selling in a new niche without enough stock behind me that I can like regularly list every day for a few weeks until I get some more. So I'm kind of watching that a little bit. Hang on, I can't. Oh, there we go. I'm cleaning at the moment. Might get to sit down later. Need to get some eBay items live. You go, girl. Yep, get cleaning, get listing. Listen to me dribble on in the background. How about that? That would be the go. Lisa says, glad to see so many awesome global people supporting Gigi. I know, it's amazing. It's blows me away. Absolutely blows me away. Little old Leanne sitting in the little old country town of Donald, and yeah, it's amazing. Peachy says, Octo's still filming Lowe's t-shirts. Octo films lots of things. You'd be amazed at what Octo films. Peachy says, our Bunnings is now Hammer Barn. Yeah, they did that, didn't they? For Blues Clues, I believe. Christian, hello, Christian. How are you? Lowe's is the new member louds. Yeah, well, if that's the case, then I've seen plenty of Mambo Louds because, yeah, so sure as hell haven't found one of those, but I can find plenty of bloody lows. And the trouble is, you see them if you're walking up towards the men's shirts, like one of those bright florally sort of shirts, especially the bright colour ones. It sticks out like dog's balls amongst all the shirts, and you go, oh yeah, you're going up there. You don't want to be too, obvious in case someone else gets there first. And you get up there, and it's bloody lows. It's terribly sad. Peachy says, I still see a colourful shirt at Savers and check out it's not Mumbo. Yep, exactly. Like I just said, you've got to check it, haven't you? Because what if it is? Like, wouldn't that, you'd just be devastated if you found out someone else got to it first and it wasn't. Like it was a Mumbo, not a Lowe's. Yeah. I would not be happy. Hello, Rob. How are you? Good evening, everybody. Now, while we've got Rob up, I just have to say a very big thank you to Rob. So some of you may have noticed that the style of my thumbnails has changed, and apparently people like it. And I have to say that is all down to Rob because he got very sick of me putting too many words in my thumbnails. So I decided it was time to have a harsh talk to me and tell me that I needed to stop writing so much in my thumbnails. And so he coached me along and helped me work out a direction to go in. And I don't know what you thought about tonight's thumbnail, Rob. I didn't run that one past you because I just had to get it done quick, and done. So I hope it passed the test. Wendy, hello. Gee, haven't been talking to you for such a long time. Goodness gracious me. Granny, I tend not to like secondhand denim. Oh, yeah, as they add the elastane. Doesn't age well. Prefer 100% cotton. Never had any luck selling or wearing secondhand denim. Yeah, look, as long as, I don't do too bad with it at all. And I do sell a lot of stretch stuff. I do have to say, but it is the 100% cotton stuff for sure that does really well. Yeah, for sure. Hello, Sandra. Good evening. How'd you go with your variation listing? We're all doing variation listings over in the Discord. Anthony says, Bluey Gnomes were a limit of 2 per customer while the FPOS was down. Oh, the staff were buying 4 at a time, had to go home and get the boys to get them. Oh, no. Oh, so you went home and got the boys and got them to get 2 each. That's the way. Yeah, put the kids to work, I say. Oh, Peachy, you didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. Cindy, hello. So for those that didn't know, if you watched our live stream Thursday morning with my live stream with the disgruntled octopus, we had a special guest because Cindy came to visit. And it was very, very good. The day went really quick, and I realised today the one thing I hadn't done, because I did say to you I was going to show you about the shadows when you're taking the photos, and I realised today I hadn't even shown you what to do. But anyway, we'll talk about that another day. Lisa says ridiculous buyers are running amok internationally, no matter the products. Like, is there a fever going around? I'm sure there is. I've said exactly that. I said exactly the same thing. They have gone silly with questions and return reasons. Hope you immune from these. No, I'm not. I haven't had the returns, but the questions, I have. Rob says, the dictionary thumbnails. Yes, they were. Apparently, too many words. I was only supposed to use a couple of words. Anyway, I've got my act together now. Thank you, Peachy. I truly appreciate that. Truly, I do. Anyway, Peachy, I thought maybe I can't this week, but maybe in a week or two when we both can, like when you are free, you might want to come on and say g'day. Yeah, kind of thinking we might have a bit of a quiz thing happening. I've got a bit of an idea. I've got an idea running through my head that I might do a bit of a quiz. I might play a game with a few of the resellers and have them come on with me and do a little bit of question and answering, I reckon. Lisa says, your thumbnails are smile-worthy. The change is noticeable and poppin' like your wraps. Oh, thank you. There is a new wrap on its way too, by the way. Just unfortunately, real life has gotten in the way the last 2 weeks. Sandra says, photos are in. Wow, have to price each book yet. Also to make a postage policy. Not as straightforward as I'd hope, but still, when one is done, the rest should go out. Yep. Look, I found it okay to do the postage policy for just within Australia. It's the international part, and I haven't been. My head hasn't been in the right space to do that the last couple of days. So anyway, we will see. Anthony says they use their pocket money. Now they want to cut the listing as their pocket money. Well, yeah, probably. Yeah. You probably should have to pay them. Christian says, I'd love to see the big pitch man on live. Yeah, I reckon he'd do well. I reckon he would. So I think he can start off my little yeah, I'm not going to say anything right now because it's just something that's rumbling at the moment. And so yeah, yeah. I'm not going to say anything, but I have this idea. And I think it'll be fun. Hello, Riley, Chris. How'd you be? Hope you're doing well. Kathan, a new rap on the way? Yes. Yeah, there is. I have a couple of sets of lyrics that I'm tossing around. Actually, to tell you the honest truth, there are 2 raps on the way. Maybe even 3. So, Octo was apparently preparing one, thinking that he was going to lose to me in the first to 1,000 subs race. So I do believe he's already been working on something. So, I've got an itch. So I'm hoping that we can actually manage to get him to still do something. So that's number 1. And I am doing a duet with Ashton Shorts. That is coming up. That was meant to be over the school holidays, but yeah, life got in the way and I had to go away for a funeral and stuff. And yeah, just didn't happen. So I'm going to be teeing that up with him in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, if things settle down a little bit with some other stuff that's going on in life and family. And yeah, so I've got a bit of help writing my lyrics. And they did such a good job that maybe there's enough lyrics to go around for me to do an extra rap on my own. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do a country song instead, like Dolly Parton. Lisa says, Kathan, right? Yeah, be fun. Yeah, I've kind of considered. So what do you think? Like, I'm definitely doing the rap with Ashton. But then I did wonder about, like, for my own next personal thing, should I do some different genre of music? Like, should I do a country music song? Or maybe a heavy rock or metal or something. I don't know. Tell me. Christian wants to jump on too. Yeah, Christian has been on. That's why I'm kind of thinking, not everybody all at once. So we'll make it sort of a bit of an ongoing thing, but we might have a tally board. Christian says, Peachy actually was thinking of starting now on live his channel. Yeah, good English, mate. I think, but he couldn't find a day he didn't overlap other resellers. Yeah. And look, absolutely 100% agree. It is hard. Thursday, I think, is about the only time. But that being said, you could always slot it in either before or after one of the others. Like I have mine late, like 9:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, so it depends. I mean, although it's late here, it's not late in other places. So you could slot it in before or after someone else's. That's always a thought. Peachy, we're both just very scared of going live at the wrong time. Yeah, I know. You don't want to be offending people, and that's hard. I know, but yeah, just work it out. Yeah, easily fixed. Just work it out. And I guess that's the thing. If you do slot it in after, you don't have to worry about running overtime. But if you do it before, then I guess the thing is you've got to be mindful of running overtime. But if you do it after, so if you were prepared to say, okay, on a Friday night, I'm going to do a live stream after GG. So she's going to go for 90 minutes and then I'm going to start. So you would start at, I've got to get you right. Let's say 11 o'clock if you're, going to start that late. The advantage is if you're going after that, the person that's before you, as in me, I could send all my viewers over there and say, well, Peachy's just gone live. Let's all go over there. So it does have its advantages. Yeah. And you teach our young children. My goodness. Peachy says, seems to be mates of certain person can go live whenever, but if you're not a mate, then you will get called out. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. I need more information. I kind of think I know who you're referring to, but I'm not entirely sure. Peter Patter 100, hello. How are you? Great to have you in tonight. Oh, look, let's have a drink. I need a drink. It's been a shitful couple of days, I can tell you. Not in the reselling world, in my own personal life. On the other hand, with some stuff going on with some close family friends having a bit of a struggle at the moment, and it's shit, really shit. But anyway, cheers to life, and cheers to the fact that I'm still alive and still here. It's good. I'm gonna have a drink. Oh, look, I even had a bit of a dribble. And we can't have that, can we? Oh. So, talking of dribbles, so I had this lovely jumper. So it was a beige, chunky knit, women's mohair jumper, lovely jumper. Really nice, size small, which was unfortunate, but, Look, I listed it on eBay and I listed it on Depop. And the amount of views and watches I was getting and the amount of offers I was sending out on both of those platforms. I'd had a couple of people on Depop say they were going to buy it. I'm going to buy it next Tuesday. And then they never do. And then, blow me down, I get this message. Hi. Could I please get the length and sleeve length for this? I'm 5'7" and was wondering if it would cover my butt or not. How the hell would I know if it's going to cover your butt or not? What I wanted to write back to her was, would you bloody look at the photos? There's only 8 photos on Depop and you can't even scroll to the end to see the measurements. Please look at the photos. And I know you're 5'7", but I have no idea whether you're this wide, or this wide. So I don't know whether it's going to cover your butt or not. That's what I wanted to reply. But I couldn't have that, could I? So what I did was I asked my little friend, Now, I'm just trying to think. Which one? Oh, hang on. I've lost it. Oh, I might have accidentally... Hang on. I'll start again. I accidentally... closed it down. I think it might have been Bing. I think I got this one off Bing. So, Bing's first response wasn't great because Bing, even though I asked for a polite way of responding to the person, Bing still put the word but in the response. Like Bing basically said, I don't know if it will cover your butt. And I said, I need you to rewrite that without the but. Anyway, so this is what I finished up for a response, which I thought was quite good, and I'll keep it. Dear buyer, thank you for your interest in the knitted jumper. This item has been measured carefully and the dimensions are shown in the last photos of the listing. You notice whenever I read something, I've got the read voice? Please note that the fit of the jumper may depend on your body proportions and personal preference. Please let me know if you have any other questions or concerns. I appreciate your business and look forward to hearing from you soon. Cheers, Leanne. I realised afterwards I should have sent it from Owen, but I sent it from Leanne. So that was my response. Do you think that was a good response? Okay, the question is, which everybody has to tell me, and those that already know the answer to this question need not apply, but everyone else, please let me know whether you think that person actually did buy the jumper or didn't buy the jumper. And should I have blocked them at that stage? Rob says, where's John? I need a lifetime supply of earplugs from Hammer Barn. Yep, exactly. From good old Hammer Barn. Christian, please do metal. I mean, I like heavy rock music. That's kind of my main thing that I listen to. It's not metal. It's like heavy, I would say. I'd class it as heavy rock. Well, it's going to be vintage rock, I guess, to you guys, but I'd say heavy rock is kind of like my main area of enjoyment. Yeah, I don't know about metal. I'm not sure that my vocal cords would cope with it. Caven says, yep, do a rap for all genres of music. Do a rap. Yeah, but isn't rap music the genre? Like I'm talking about like doing a different genre of music. See what I mean? See what I mean? Rob says, operatic overture. Yeah, that's probably the one I'm not going to do. La! You can't, no. Can't get that high. Or maybe I could sing baritone or something. Low down, way down upon the Swanee River. I could go low. Hey, Shane, good morning to you. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm just trying to work out what day it is over there. But, yeah, you would be off to work. Poor you, poor you. We've finished work for the week. Lisa says, oh, my Gigi, if you can pull off metal or country, glory, we'd have to show that. Yeah. Christian wants to know if I found any new siblings this week. No, sibling free this week. Yay. Oh, not sibling free. New sibling free, thankfully. Oh, it's coming. It's coming very soon, I'm sure. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing. Yeah, I just don't want it to be another girl because I want to be the only girl. It's a bit cheeky, isn't it? But yeah. But then again, I've never had a sister, so I don't know what it's like to have a sister. So it might be okay. Lisa says, I rarely step over to say I'd stand from that. Would need shared. You are such a gem. Thank you. Shane says, hi, Lisa. And Lisa says, hi, Shane. Good morning, sweet dear. Oh, I made a cake. Oh, is that for my red velvet cake? Thank you. You're a sweetheart. You did not have to do that. Hopefully that will pop up shortly. Will that not? Yeah. Oh, is it showing up? I can't see. If I go up, it should be up there. I can't tell. Is it showing up? I hope. But thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's not necessary, but I do appreciate it. My word. Lisa says, firm, gosh. Yeah, well, we could talk about the responses that I did in one of the eBay seller forums on Facebook. No, we better not. I was a bit naughty. Sandra says, or is she short waist? Exactly. She's 5'7". She could have been all legs and, had no, like, a squat torso. Or she could have been all torso and had short legs. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So, but anyway, answers. Did she buy it or didn't she? I need answers. Lisa says, Sandra Geach, I'm there with you, yeah. Anthony says, at the tone, press 1, LOL. Yeah, yep. Yes, indeed. G'day, Brad. Hope everyone's Friday night was good. Everyone's Friday was good, yes. Friday was good. Work-wise. That's all I can say. And I'm trying to lighten the impact of Friday behind the scenes with a drink. So I'll have another drink. So, yeah. Does anybody have any contacts with any bourbon, rum, whiskey manufacturers that they can put me in touch? Oh, we need a sponsor. Kathan says, oops, I'm having an off day with my words. I meant do a song for each. Aha, do a song. I wondered. I thought, well, isn't rap the genre? Okay, Dave says country western rap. How would I do that? Country western rap. Be interesting. Cindy says definitely a country song. Okay. All right. Dave says ask a difficult question. Block. Peter Peter says nothing wrong with what you said on Facebook. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I might have been a bit firm, but that's what Grumpy Granny is here for, to tell the boys and girls how they should behave. Two Aussie Thrifter says, I hear Dan Murphy's are hiring. Is that right? What did you mean? Well, apparently you didn't read it. So you'll just have to try and sort that out yourself. Yeah. Look, honestly, maybe my brain works differently. Look, if I'm going to start selling on eBay, shouldn't you know a little bit about how much it's going to cost you to sell? Anyway, that was where it started. And then I guess there was one person that wasn't. Look, if they spent as much time reselling as they were doing online, commenting, and I noticed they are a top contributor in that group, they would probably not be complaining about eBay. I say. What is someone that says they hate eBay and that nobody should sell on eBay? What are they doing in an eBay sellers forum? I simply asked the question. I said, given your hatred of eBay, what are you doing in this forum? Anyway, it kind of went on a little bit from there. And apparently I didn't respond quickly enough to one of her replies. I said, well, I was very sorry that I was working at my reselling business, and I was too busy to reply. I don't have time to sit around all day and read all the Facebook posts. And that I hoped her, I think I finished off with, I hoped her future was far more productive than today would have been for her. which that was a bit naughty. And maybe my response to her message today might have been a little bit naughty too. Christian said, what you say on Facebook? We're going to read this. Yeah, eBay Sellers Australia, it is. I should find I'll find the post. Let me see if I can easily find it. I'm sure I can. It's just weird going off the screen where you can see yourself, because then you don't know for sure that you are streaming like you're supposed to be. But anyway, let's see. And look, I did notice that tonight, surprisingly, I didn't even ask if anyone could hear me. So apparently everyone can, because I didn't even bother asking, which is kind of funny. Okay, let me see. Do we copy link? Okay, let's see. I should be able to. Well, if I can get the text box up, I will paste. I must say, I do need to organise some more moderators for here that can do this sort of thing for me, if they wouldn't mind. Anyway, this is the group. That's not the post, that's the group. And look for a post about a guy that sold a vintage Levi jacket. And was complaining about the fees. It didn't realise that they charged fees on the postage. And he was very upset. Poor fellow. So I did give him I told him he better go and watch a few of my videos if he needed a breakdown. Firmness is fine, yeah. I think some people, I don't know, because those same people, they're there for a short time and they're like all the time, which is why I rarely comment in those forums, because I don't want to spend the time. I've got far better things to do with my time. Yes, I was. Yep. Well, you know, I mean, I was trying to help someone. Anthony says, loved your video, 2 Aussie Thrifters. Can't wait for the next one. Yes, I agree. Agreed. And loving the accountability group and the live streams too. They're really good. Peachy says, never seen so many softies as I do in the reseller community. No wonder they don't want a boss. Yeah. Yeah, look, I think the trouble is people go into it thinking it's going to be a quick thing. You know, they'll make a heap of money real quick or whatever, and they don't look into it. And then when they see they've got, you know, if you're going to sell something for $100, you're going to pay $100 worth of fees. They've obviously had, like, when I went further into it and asked some questions, this person said they had been selling on eBay for several years and they still didn't know the fee breakdown. So obviously this person had never sold anything of that higher value before. And I think that was the issue. So they'd never had to pay that higher fees before. Like, it's a percentage of the sale. So, yeah, they should know. Christian, what group? I need to see this now. Yeah, it's in there. Let me know if you can't find the actual post. And I will see what I can do. Maybe I can't see it because I'm blocked from their profile, possibly. Oh, are you? Oh, possibly. Well, yeah. Well, no. Don't know. Not from that one. Oh, yeah. Well, oh, yeah. There isn't. No, I can't. I'm not telling that story. Nope. Dan Murphy's. Yes. Am I, Rob? I'm not telling the other story about interacting with groups. Am I? Brad says, appreciate that, Anthony. It's going to be an interesting challenge. Absolutely it is. Going to be, yes, better correction. Bit better. It's in the group. True. Lisa says, sorry the interruptions to your swell live, Gigi. You're great. We love you and your content and utter personality and brilliant work for the community and shared struggles. Keep smiling and educating. I will. Thank you, Lisa. No, I appreciate the support. I really do. I love the community and, I kind of get this secret little, I kind of get this secret little thrill about, because did that thing show up? I don't know whether it did. Your super sticker, I made a cake. I don't know whether it did. Didn't in here, but it might have on the live stream. Anyway, look, I get a bit of a secret thrill, I have to say, here in Donald. Good old Donald. I pull the hair rollers out and I go to the supermarket and nobody knows what I've been doing, and I've been talking to people from all over the world and, that sort of thing. Brad says I'm in too many groups. Yeah, I mean, look, I imagine you are, so you wouldn't see everything. And look, I'm not in a lot of them, but also because I don't have the time. I've got enough. I mean, I've got my Discord, which is my main thing. As far as a group, if I'm going to do posting and commenting, I'll do it in there. I think. Christian says, oh, we've got to get accepted in. Oh, bugger. Aren't you a member already? Granny's precious gifts. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Lynn is one of my customers at the store on eBay, as well as one of my viewers. And she's a reseller as well. And we must get together at some point when the weather cools down. I'm not going to Kerang when it's hot. But I have only just got a car back, so now I've got a car again, so I can drive, which is good. I'm at a cake. Sorry, just jumping back in. I'm old enough to remember when eBay brought in the fees on shipping. Lots of sellers were abusing the system back then. Yeah, of course they were. And if people hadn't have been abusing the system in the first place, they wouldn't have changed it. So, people were selling things for $1 and then charging $99 shipping. Oh, Lisa, you're a sweetheart. We have a new member, Lisa. Yay, you didn't have to do that, but love it. Thank you. Lisa says, bloody autocorrect. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. We'll watch the rest, GG, when I get up to photo. No worries, mate. Crikey, mate. I've got to say that for Lisa. She loves it. Christian says, this 18-year-old boy came up to me in the op shop, recognised me from Instagram and YouTube. He wants to be a full-time reseller. Oh, my God. He's 18 and wants to be a full-time reseller. Tried to talk some sense into him in the nicest way possible. Yeah, like, honestly, I kind of feel like at the moment, especially, I kind of feel like eBay is would be an absolutely fantastic side hustle, and it is one of the best side hustles you can do, I think. But yeah, as for full time and at that age without any life experience, you want to be a smart cookie. Brad says, oh no, I'm not. I thought it might be something else. And oh yes, I found it. I did see that one, but didn't read all the comments. Oh yeah, do read down. It's down a bit where I had my say. One down. One down. One to go. Lisa says, I am listening while washing up. Oh, good girl. Good to see you washing up. Lynn says, we must have coffee and a chat. We must. No, well, no, we will not. You may have coffee. I do not drink coffee. I have never had a cup of coffee in my life. I have had a few precarious mouthfuls when I've been inadvertently given a cup of coffee instead of tea, and I've like spat it out. So yeah, we will have coffee, but I'll drink tea or something else. Lisa's a new member, yay! How wonderful. Exciting. Sandra says, and putt. Yeah, I'm very good at. No, I'm not very good at putt. Yes. So we have in the Discord. We have in the voice and video rooms. You can play games. There are actually games built into the thing. You can watch YouTube in there. We can all watch YouTube together, and we can be commenting and stuff like that. Anyway. Yeah. A few of us have been playing golf, putt. Some are more addicted to it than others. Yeah, but anyway, so we made a new workroom where you can work and you're not allowed to play putt in there. Cathan says, I'll answer the question. I would say your buyer didn't go through with the purchase, but I think you already said they did. Yeah, well, nobody answered the question, but yes, surprisingly, so the vote on the Discord was that they wouldn't. So the next message I got from them was, perfect, thank you. And I gave them a smiley face back. Then I got, would you be able to hold till Friday? And I just went. And was probably heading towards the block button when another message came through. And I thought, actually, I better go and check that first. And the message went, actually, ignore this, please. Ignore that, please. And I thought, okay, well. And so then I was heading back to the block thing, and I thought, I'll just go and see if I can send some offers out on the way through. And blow me down, the jumper's sold. They bought the jumper already. They didn't want to wait. Yep. So that was good. Shane says, welcome to the club, Lisa. It's beautiful here. Yeah. Look, I am trying to get organised enough that you guys will get the content earlier before everybody else does. It just gets a bit hard at times. But, just renewed, sweet dear. Saw it just expired, yeah. Yeah, because there was, like, a lot of people had the gift ones too. So, Peter Pass says, I can't find it anymore either. Oh, look, well, maybe someone took it down. Maybe that's why she hasn't replied to my last comment. Maybe she reported me, although I can still get in the group, so I'm not banned from the group. Jazz says, hi, Jazz. The great dilemma of loving being a full-time reseller while also not recommending it for 99% of people. Exactly. I agree. Look, I think it's a perfect job for some people, for certain people. Like I don't know. I'm developing my little checklist. People with ADHD or on the spectrum, people that are into horror and murders and true crime, people that love animals. Yeah, I'm developing this checklist of what makes a perfect reseller. I'll let you know in about 12 months' time. Peachy, it's difficult though when people who have a big following like Retro Rescuers give advice to leave school at year 11. Yeah. Oh, it is tough, and people, I think there's also a certain amount of people who think that it's easy, that they won't have to go and work in an office, or, they can they can just lounge around and play video games in between reselling stuff, But we all know, those of us that do it, we all know it's so not easy. There's so much involved. But for us, the ones that truly love it and we want to do it. Like it's a passion, and that passion is there, and yeah, we couldn't ask for anything better, and we do it more for the lifestyle than anything else, I think. Oh, coffee. Yeah, well, it is morning for you, so I guess you'll drink coffee. You know, I can't even stand the smell of coffee. And like, even, when you walk into a big department store, and I don't know whether they're still like it now, but years ago there was one in Melbourne called Myer, and down in the basement level, it's probably got about 20 basements now. They used to have like a big one level underground. They had like the food court sort of area, and there was this big nut bar and big coffee bean. You could go up and organise to get your coffee beans, the mix that you wanted, all ground up, how you wanted it, blah, blah, blah. And I could not go in there without something over my face. Oh, it used to make me sick. Icky, 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 icky. So icky. Alyssa says, get to work, Shane. Yes, get to work. Well, he's probably just getting ready to go to work, or he's drinking coffee on the way to work. Lynn says, okay, GG, tea it is. Yes. Tea for me. Whoa, nearly. It's frothing. But didn't spill a drop. So that's good. Let's see. Better. Don't understand Discord. We'll have to watch your video. Trisha, yes, do. Because, well, if you can get in there, so there is one video about how to get in there. And then there's another video about how to navigate around it. Because it's overwhelming when you first go in. There seems to be a lot of stuff. But don't stress. Watch the video, because it's actually quite simple. Everything's down the left. And once you realise how it's made up of, so just think of each one of those things that you can see as a room. Technically they're called channels, but I call them, it's much easier, call them a room. So you've got the library, which is a room. You've got the cinema, which is a room. You've got, all these different rooms, and you can go into the room and have a chat about a specific topic. That's kind of the easiest way I can think to describe it. Lisa says, Shane, I'm leaving in 10 minutes. Very good. Very good. Well, game time. We have a question that we need answered. So, I need a yes or a no. So you received, as a reseller, you are selling a pair of Jeans West jeans. They are women's size 12. They are pedal pushers, or capris, whatever you want to call them. So they're cut off just under the knee. They cost you $3 cost of goods. You originally had them listed for $21.99, and you've slowly been dropping the price because, you listed them back in November and they haven't sold yet, so you've been dropping the price just a little bit. So you've got it around the $19 mark right now. Would you take an offer of $12? Yes or no? Y or N? Don't care. Answers. Go. Come on, up you go. Answer. And I'll have a drink while you all put your responses in. Or if you need me to repeat anything. No, says Anthony. Yes, says Christine. Nope, says Jennifer. Yes, says Granny's Precious Gifts. Okay, any more? Anyone else going to answer? Kaif, and that's not a yes or a no. Caven says, I would take the offer just to get them moving. Probably make money on the post. Ah, that's the push, isn't it? Peachy, yes. Jennifer, not worth it, no profit. Uh-huh. Okay, couple of considerations for me, especially here, is that at the moment I have cut my postage cost, so I'm only charging $9.99. Lisa says, yep, those trousers are fading fast in style. Yeah, so I've actually cut my postage rate back to $9.99. So if I send something to a rural area, it actually costs me $10.07. So technically I would lose 8 cents on the postage. However, I'm on band 4, so if I send it to anywhere else in a non-regional area, headspace, it would only cost me $8.59 in postage. So that's one consideration. I guess the other consideration I had when I was deciding was being Capri's, like we are getting towards the end of the warmer weather, shall we say. And it won't be long before people will be starting to think about buying full-length jeans. And so part of my thinking was that it'd possibly be a good idea to sell it, because then it's out the door, there's room for another pair of jeans, full-length jeans. Shane says, why not? The disgruntled octopus says, DPM. What the hell does that mean? DPM. Don't pick me. I'm not playing. I don't know. What does it mean? Peachy the Picker says, no profit but crap item. Get it gone. I'm not one to brag about revenue like most YouTube resellers, but this time take the money, LOL. Octo says, don't forget to hit that like button so she leaves me alone. Yeah. Yes, please. That'd be nice if you would hit the like button. I would appreciate that. How about you hit the like button, Octo? Brad says, my answer, don't buy $19 jeans to start, but if that's what they are worth, then I guess you've got to take it and move on. True. 32% return, so yes, says Recommerce Dave. Yeah, that is true too. That is true. So let's see. Oh, hang on. I'm tired of my keyboard getting stuck. Yeah, okay. So you say, like the old forums, yes. And Shane saying, hey to Octo. Yeah, so okay, we were in one of the voice rooms in the Discord last night. And so I put it to everyone, and yeah, the general vote was that yes, I should take it. So I did. So the best case scenario would have meant, and yeah, the thing was to get them gone. But best case scenario would have been, I would have made, so if it was going to be a Metro Post and it was an organic sale, I would have made about $6.80. Worst case scenario, guess what? That's what happened. Worst case scenario, it was a regional post and it was a promoted listing. And I just put my promoted listing rate up. So I made $1.99 profit. So that's good. Oh, look, I was happy. I've made the $1.99 profit. They're gone. Room for another pair. Little bit of cash to put back into the system. All good. But yeah, I just wondered what people's thinking was. And whilst I understand the whole thing of Jen, you were saying not enough profit, and correct, there isn't. However, when it comes to seasonal clothing, I think you've got to have a different tact, and you've got to say it's out. It's getting towards the end of summer. People during the cooler months aren't going to buy, but 3/4 capri jeans. Well, highly unlikely to. So let's get them gone. So yes, that was the thinking. Octo says it means I'm tired. Stupid keyboard. Yeah, I know. No, isn't it the keyboard's tired? Stupid Octo, I think. Hey Shane, says Octo. And Octo loved the book fair. Lisa says Octo, not only seasonal, but an interested buyer. Be done. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. You've got to at times think, stop and think. If you don't take that offer that's sitting there. So I look at it, I deal with my books and my clothing a little bit differently, because the books, sometimes the books are more likely to find another buyer. Sometimes they're not, depending on the type of book that it is. But clothing's a different beast, and you've got an offer there. You're still going to come out with a bit of cash flow. And whilst I'm only making $1.99 profit, the money that I've already spent comes back to me as well. So that gives me that extra cash flow. So the money that I've laid out for postage, for the cost of goods, and all that sort of stuff comes back into me. Even though I've already spent that, I get it back. And so I can use that to reinvest in something else. Brad says, revenue is relevant only with context of profit. Absolutely it is. You've got to know how much money you're going to make. Yes, says Trisha. Brad says, for us, though, knowing our profit percentage helps us work out what our revenue needs to be to make enough money. Absolutely it does. And, look, that's one of the things that I am, I have my bottom line things, and I knew that I could accept that $12 offer and still come out, worst case scenario, still come out with $2, right? Now, that's not great. It's not ideal. It's not where I want to be. It's going to lower my overall ASP. However, it's getting something that is not an ideal thing and a lower priced item, and it's gone out the door. Goodbye. And that's okay. It's better than me having to chuck it out or donate it back to the op shop. Don't want to be in that position, so make the money while I can. Yeah. So that's all good. I mean, my ideal profit is I would like to be making $15 or more profit, net profit on each item. I'm okay with making $10 profit. That's sort of where I want to be, the minimum I want to be. But there are times when you've got to take that step and just go under there. That's my thoughts anyway. Octo says, don't make me school you lot on sunk cost. Yes. Dave says, Northern Australia would buy it. It's never cold. Yeah, true. Yeah. And yes. Always surprises me because I seem to send a lot of stuff like that over to Western Australia. And that's when I always have to be aware that it's likely to be. So when I'm working out my metrics, I have to work them out based on that I'm going to post rurally. And because I'm in a rural area and I'm sending to a rural area, I've got to keep that in mind because there's every chance that I am going to send it to somewhere rurally. So, yeah. I made a cake. I made a red velvet cake. I think eBay sellers beat themselves up too much. Just look at the big retailers and how often they get it wrong with their enormous brains trust, and we don't have their overhead. Yeah, true. And I mean, look, the big retailers don't make the profit percentages that often we make. I mean, I'm currently sitting on, I'm sure that little sale hasn't helped. But if I actually go in, I'll go back here. I went too far. So I'm end of last month I was just on 50%, which was amazing. Now, with a couple of lower priced little sales that I've had to clear stock out, I'm on 39% profit margin, which is amazing. That's high as for a lot of the resellers. So yeah, I'm okay with that. It's actually higher than I thought it might have been, especially after that one. But yeah, that's quite okay. And I've had a few Depop sales. I've actually Depop's been going quite well for me, which is great. So it's only we're only just over a week into the month, and I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7. So I've averaged a sale a day just about on Depop, which is very, very good. Brad says, yeah, nothing wrong with exciting stock. Yeah. Exciting stock. Oh, yes. So yeah, look, I took a different tack the other day because I did get I wouldn't say a lowball offer on my James Bond book, but it's a first edition. I've only had it listed for a few days, and the offer was too low for that time. If I get an offer of that amount in a month, I will probably take it. But at this stage, I wasn't going to, because I know the money is in that book. And yeah. Why did you change? So why did you change the postage charge? Peer group pressure? Oh, no. It was my own thing. And do you know what? The main reason was Depop. Because I felt that the sellers on Depop, so I changed it there first. I looked at what everybody else was doing, and there are sellers on eBay that are doing postage for jeans and things at a higher rate. So even at $11.50, men's jeans at $11.50 postage was cheap. But I noticed on Depop that wasn't happening, and I wondered why I wasn't getting the sales that I thought I should have been getting. So I changed it. I changed it to $9.99 and saw quite an increase in the sales I was getting on Depop. Yeah, and when I saw it actually having such a good effect on there, so the first thing I did I started thinking about it, but then I needed to make sure that, because I kind of used to feel like every second sale was a regional sale. You're rolling your eyes, and I also have to be wary because if I get returns, right, those returns cost me $10.07 to send back to me. Even if it costs me $8.59 to send to you, if you have to send it back to me because I live rurally, it costs me $10.07. So my returns are always dearer. So that's another thing I have to consider. So yeah, when I saw it having an effect on my sales on Depop, I thought, wow, I will just try it on eBay. Shane says, okay, leaving for work, still here, just listening. Nice. Drive carefully, drive safely. Hope there's no snow on the roads. Sandra says, no one wears them anymore. Well, apparently someone does. Someone bought them. So someone does. Sandra says, leggings are different, as in sports leggings. They are okay in Capri. Clothing seller, are you? Are you? Lisa says, either seasonal or holiday clothes 2 months before time that it's needed or desirable. Some slash the price after, blow it out depending on desirability, collectible jumpers and care. Yeah. Oh, look, I used to do that, but I probably tend not to do it quite so much now. I just list because we have areas in Australia where people would wear shorts all year round. So it's probably not quite so bad here. And there's always somewhere in the world where people are going to wear shorts, isn't it? That's my kind of feel like that's a bit of a theory. Caven says the band for saving on
the same city sales more than covers the small amount of rural sales I get. Yeah. So you're lucky because you get the same city thing. I don't get that here. Besides, no one in Donald's going to buy something off me. Oh, exiting. Not exciting. Exiting. Yeah. Exiting. Oh, now I get it. I was a bit confused before. I just pretended that I knew what you were saying, but now I get it. Peachy says, the thing about revenue is most YouTubers are not making huge profit. YouTubers or resellers, are we talking? YouTubers can talk about margins, etc., but my accounting skills would say sell if their companies were on the share market. Oh, okay. Are you meaning YouTubers or resellers? It's not sure. Anthony says, I keep whinging to the wife about Depop. She says, you can't do ePay. I think, yeah, it's interesting. And I'm finding things selling on Depop that haven't sold, like, because at the start, most of the stuff that I was listing on Depop was stuff I already had on eBay. And so it had been there, some of it for a while, and then I would send it across and it would sell. And I've given up trying to guess what's going to sell on Depop because, as I go through and there's more and more that's already on there, I've got less choice of what to put on there. So I've been putting I try to put up a bit of everything so I can test the market. But yeah, it's surprising what sells. Christian says, what do you mainly sell on Depop? Okay, what have I sold? So I've sold a nice pair of Esprit jeans, women's size 32, white pinstripe denim. Might have kind of been identical to a pair that Gigi might have had back in the day. Beautiful they were. Nice wide, they were wide legs. The white with the pinstripe down them. I might have had a little vest that matched back in the day. Yes, so those. The green work shorts, green work pants. When you got jeans, like a denim heavy grade jean, pre-shrunk vintage denim in green. Also sold a pair of Maya jeans. They went quite well. In a style called Blue Chicago. They'd sat on eBay for ages. What else did we sell on there? We sold a vintage 90s boho black leather belt, waist belt for women. Belts have done quite well for me. I'm not supposed to say that because I can't have anyone stealing my ideas. Jeans, size 33 jeans, East Coast jeans. And then the beautiful knit sweater and a WrestleMania 25th anniversary youth long sleeve t-shirt. That's it. So yeah, pretty good. Just generally clothes. I've sold one book. Not sure that I've sold any toys, but yeah, I've sold a lot of the vintage clothing. Men's shirts, vintage shirts that I've put up have sold pretty much straight away. Yeah, it's been good. A couple of hats, bit of everything. As I said, one book. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really pushed selling the books because, yeah, a handbag. I've sold a handbag, a genuine eelskin handbag. Oh, a couple of vinyl records I've sold on there as well. There's another belt. I'm just having a quick look at last month, and there's another belt. A safari shirt. Oh, beautiful Vangelica jacket, wool. Oh, another belt. Some shorts, denim shorts. Oh yeah, that was the bag and the vinyl. An Anthea Crawford jacket, vintage black. No, it was nice. It was quite classy. A Lee Cooper mini skirt. A vintage women's shirt. A men's shirt, long sleeve, witchery denim shorts, bit of everything. No Skylanders. Octo says, I make my Skylanders 888 postage. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you're funny. Most orders are 3+ units, so the lower postage is dragging them in. Yeah, it would be too. It would be. And look, I'm hoping that will happen with my books, particularly my new variation listings with the lower price books. Buy 2, get 1 free. I just need to get some people to start buying them, and I need to get some more up. I've got 7 multi variation listings up there at the moment. So hope to get some more. I think once I get to around the 20 mark, it'll be enough variety so that when people actually go in and have a look, they'll be able to say, oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind that book, or I wouldn't mind that book, or I wouldn't mind that book. My cat is... What are you doing, Simba? She's trying to get into something in there. Oh, hello, Cindy, new member. Oh, you're a sweetheart. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cindy. Yeah, Cindy is going to be a future YouTube sensation. She is a part-time reseller, and look, you can watch the replay of Thursday's live stream if you didn't see it, because Cindy was here with me. And yeah, so her first video is going to be about me. A bit of worry, isn't it? So that will be fun, I think. And Octo says, I've also moved across to buyer pays returns, moving old stock across. Yeah. And I think there'll be more and more people doing that because, it's become such an expensive thing. And, buyer paid returns, especially if you're in a category where people are trying to return things more often than they should be, I feel like if they've got to pay to return it, it's going to make them think twice. Like, how many of your buyers that can return it wouldn't if they had to pay for it? Uh-oh. Oh, that's why you're still up, isn't it? New mischief toy drops at 2 a.m. I thought you came in late. Did you have a nap earlier and then get up? Uh-huh. I should have had you come on the show then. Jazz says, I actually bought something on Depop this week. I felt so young and hip. Oh, good on you, Jazz. Yep, that's the way. Or maybe you bought something in my... No, it wasn't the name I put on there. Although I do believe I sold something to South Australia. Oh, where did that lady that wanted to know if it had fit her butt come from? Perhaps that was you. Was that you undercover, Jazz? Jazz? Maybe that was Jazz undercover asking me, saying she was 5'7" and would it cover her butt? Wanting to see how I would reply. Maybe. Dave says, with returns, do you use the eBay return label as they are much cheaper due to their arrangement with Australia Post? No, I do my return through Australia Post. And why are they that much cheaper? Maybe I'm stuck with there. I mean, look, I only had a couple of returns, but because the last time I let eBay do it, they tried to get it returned via Hub, and it took so long that not doing that again. Because there's too much effect going on in your account. If it's, yeah, not good. Caven says, Depop is good, but like only one of my buyers has ever left feedback. Yeah. No. Look, they don't leave feedback. They do not leave feedback. So don't worry about it. I don't know why. I've had 4 feedback. Yeah, they just don't leave feedback. Even the sellers don't leave feedback. Yeah. Look, I do. I will go and leave feedback for my buyers because I want them to give me feedback. But yeah, most of the time it doesn't make a difference. Jazz says, sometimes no news is good news, I reckon, Cathan. Yeah, I agree. Quite agree. Don't be wishing. I mean, it's kind of nice when you've got more than a couple, because then you think, well, at least they can, when people look at my account, they can see that I'm okay. Yeah, I get what you mean, but it's not as important as it is on eBay. Oh, more drinks. More drinks, more drinks. Jen says, which platform do you prefer, eBay or Depop? Well, they're different. I think for anyone starting out reselling and they're going to be reselling clothes, I think Depop is a really good place to start. It takes a lot less effort. You don't need to take as many photos. People aren't worried about what the background in the photos look like. The listing is so easy because it's pretty much click on the box, make your choice. Like, it's multi-choice all the way, isn't it? Like, you can't put in answers that aren't there. So it's multi-choice, yeah. So I think from that perspective, it's easier. It's also frustrating, but I think it's frustrating for me because I've been selling on eBay. And eBay, as much as I like things to be in-depth and involved, I kind of feel like often in some of the categories, eBay's gone too far the other way. So there's too many item specifics. You know, I mean, I even look at some of the ones that have that don't exist since I started. And then jeans are one. Like, you know, there used to be one where you would have to say whether it had belt loops or brace buttons for braces on. They don't have that one anymore. There are some that they really need to. Don't get me started on that character thing that I have to go in and fix up every single time, because none of the clothes, well, no, I'm not going to say none, very few of the clothes I have a character on them. And so every single one of my items, I've got to go back in and I've got to tell it to ignore the fact that I've ignored that. Otherwise, it keeps popping up telling me I need to fix it. Drives me nuts. Peachy says, profit margin is important, but I've seen one YouTube reseller having a 15% profit margin. Sells 10K of stock, make $1,500. I'm not convinced that's a great model. You know, I mean, I'm not convinced that's a great model either. I guess I guess that depends over what period of time that is. You know, because if you're doing that over a month, probably not so bad, is it? Don't know. Christian, I never leave feedback on Depop. Christian, that's naughty. Octo says, GG, you're getting paid this month. The short is up to 29 cents. Yay! Wow, we'll be able to divide that by 3. 10 cents for you. 9 cents for you, 10 cents for me, and 10 cents for Blake. That's funny. That is funny. Brad says, I'd say no, Pitchy the Picker. You'd have to scale up to 300K just to make $45. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's 45,000, yeah. It's yeah, wild. Octo says, Cindy, she should have paid you since you had to put up with Gigi. You're in fine form, aren't you? Are you feeling better? Trisha says, I don't do well with clothes. Would Depop be an idea? Yeah. I mean, look, if you are finding that some of your clothes aren't selling on eBay, go and give Depop a go. And you can, if they're already listed on eBay, there is a tool that you can use called Crosslist Magic that you can actually cross-list over with that. So that is a possibility. So, go and have a look at it at least, because it is so much simpler to list on. It blows me. Look, I have I list everything I've got on Depop, I have listed on eBay first. then I use the cross list tool to send it over to Depop. And yeah, so all the information's already there. You go in, you just tweak a couple of things. Generally, I have to shorten the description because you can only have X amount of characters on Depop compared to, however many you want on eBay. So I do that, send it over. Yeah, make sure all the right things are selected. The one thing you've got to do if you're going to take a listing from eBay and send it over to Depop, you only have 8 photos. eBay, we've all gotten used to having a lot of photos. And so if you've got photos with measurements and things in them, then you need to make sure they're in that first 8 photos. So I do my photos now in the order so that when I take them, I set them up so that those first 8 photos are the photos that I want for Depop. And that way, when I send them over automatically, I just don't have to worry. The photos upload in the correct order to my computer, and then I can just send it over and I don't have to worry. Whereas the stuff I've already got listed that I've done before, I have to go in and edit it and change the order of the photos to make sure that they're in the right spot. Now, Octo says, I was watching Puss in Boots 3. It was crap. Oh, was it? Is that on Disney or is it on one of the other channels? Dave says, customer paying returns stops the window shoppers. Very true. Very true. eBay returns are expensive. Yes. Well, that's what I thought. I shall look into that though, Dave, and have a look. Jess says, haha, no, I couldn't live with myself asking such questions even undercover. Well, it wouldn't be undercover forever either, would it? If you were actually doing it either for YouTube content or for research, it'd have to come out sooner or later, wouldn't it? Yeah. Crack me up. I mean, and it was one of those days, you have one of those days where you get several of those type of questions in a row, like not those type of questions, several like, what are the measurements? When you've already got the measurements there. They either don't read the information or they don't look at the photos, and you provided everything. So when, I sort of feel like we know that they don't read the information. So we try to put it in the photos where we can, and then they still can't even look at the photos. And so your head's already, you're like, oh my God, stupid is out today. And then you get something like that. I just cracked up. Like, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, she is young and hip, isn't she? I agree, Tricia. I still have a return open from 2nd of January. They waited 28 days to send it back and looks like oh, no. And that's just it. Like, see, I've had buyers who've asked me, can I send a return in? And I go, yeah. And I've sent the label to them and they've messaged me back and said, oh, I'll make sure I'm getting it to the post office tomorrow. Never does it get to the post office tomorrow. Yep, still open on my account and it's annoying me. Well, it does not surprise me, Jen says. Can you please do a video on how to do a return via Australia Post? Yes, I can. You will have to send me a message on Instagram to remind me, Jen, please, because I don't have any. I can't see. It's too dark here, under here. I can't see to write it down. Well, no, it's not that actually. Because I cleared the desk a little bit to do the live stream. I don't have a pen and paper handy, so that would be good if you could just do that. It would be nice. And I can do that for you. Jazz says, thanks, pitter patter. But actually, I'm 87 and a half. Yeah, I bet. Not all. Work to Aussie. Oh, off to work for you. Tomorrow, she means, yeah. She's got to go to work tomorrow. Yeah. I made a red velvet cake. I'm going to keep saying that. Although surely eBay can cover the loss with their own dollars, given your good standing. Yes, he might have to do a bit of disgruntled complaining. Mighty not. I think so. Let's see. Forest Funds Online. Does YouTube pay weekly or monthly? Monthly. So they generally, I think it's the 20th that so that's the day they work out what you are due on that day, and you get paid on around the 20th, 21st. Could be wrong. It's either around it's either the 20th or 21st, somewhere around there, and then you'll generally have it in your account within 1 or 2 days. But, Christian, if you're trying to want to get yourself organized to do that, go and get all your AdSense account organized and get yourself all verified and whatever, because none of us do that until we start getting to the point where we're nearly monetized. Then we get monetized and we still can't get our money because we haven't filled out any of the bloody paperwork. So go and get all that done, because it takes some time. Like, they've even got to send you a letter from America with a code in it, and we can't do anything. We've got to put that code in or we can't move forward. So that's my little tip for that little thing. Octo says, they most likely will. The buyer has opened a case with Australia Post, just waiting for the outcome. Yeah. Okay. Good-o. Well, that's good if it's, yeah, because it's Australia Post fault now, isn't it? Sandra says, I have clothes to get rid of. Maybe I'll try Depop. Yes, indeed. Go for it, Sandra. You'll love how easy it is. Graham, you are in. Peachy, 15% profit depends on the price of the items they're selling and time frame. Indeed. Octo, Forest Finds Online. Blake said it's around the 20th of the month. I just finally finished the tax paperwork. Yeah, he was a bit slack. And I did mine. I had to upload some identity documents and discovered that my driver's license had expired. The one that I was trying to upload. Apparently I was trying to upload the wrong one, the old one. Yeah, and then I thought, oh, wow, I'm going to get paid. And then I discover I needed to have this password that they were going to then, because they don't tell you that you're going to get the password until after you've done phase 1 of all this verification stuff. And then they say, well, then now we need to verify your address. So we're going to send you a PIN code that you need to put in. Pardon me. And, it takes a while to get here from America by slow snail mail. Sandra says, people don't go to the post office unless they're picking up a package. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's true. I mean, no, a lot of people in Donald do go use the post office in a rural area, I think, because they're paying particular bills there that they can't, because we don't have the other places if they don't want to do it online. Thanks to G, says Trisha, my pleasure. Not sure what I did. Or does that mean because I'm going to make the video? Sandra says, must go. Off to work. Thanks for your good cheer tonight and help you give so freely. My pleasure, everyone. And, I mean, I'm going to be going anyway right now. I think that is long enough for me tonight. And I have a couple of phone calls I still have to make after this. That code is for the nursing homes front door. Yeah. Or if it's like in most of the country towns, they use the postcode. I shouldn't say that, shouldn't I? Complicated much. And that's going to be it for me, everybody. Have a bit of... all right, you got in with one last question, Jen. What genre would you say would be the best sellers for you? Vintage? Weird vintage books. Oh, no. Look, I'm going to say, let's see what I'm just going to have a look, flick through the books I've sold this month. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like some months I would say is definitely fantasy, and then the next month I might look and I'll say, oh, gee, I've sold a lot of sci-fi this month. I'm going to say just a historical drama that's not necessarily a full-on romance, is probably it. Like, it's more things like, some of those vintage corgis and penguins, you know, that sort of thing. I definitely sell more fiction than non-fiction. I can tell you that. So I definitely sell more fiction than non-fiction. That is for sure. Red Velvet Cake says, Sandra, lots of people at my post office paying bills in cash. Yeah. Yeah. Caven says, thanks for being here. It is my pleasure for being here. Thank you all for being here. Shane says, the PIN code took a while to get to America from America. Yeah. Yeah. Octo says, all the PIN codes are 1, 2, 3, 4. They are not. Do not listen to that. That is not true at all. And I will see you tomorrow.